what he's trying to do is kind of the right thing, but I don't agree because I think the people should be able to choose.
We should be focusing on the economy, crime, many other topics. I think sugary drinks over 16 ounces, it's ridiculous that this is a major focus for us.
Not a lot of love for Mr. Mayor here. Now, the New York City Board of Health approved Mayor Michael Bloomberg's controversial soda ban earlier today with a vote of 8-0. Not a big shocker since he basically appointed the board. But nonetheless, the new regulation bars the sale of sugary drinks of more than 16 ounces in restaurants, movie theaters, delis, and a few other settings. It'll take effect March 12th, and the city will begin fining sellers for violating the ban come mid-June. Now, proponents of the ban say, hey, this is a way to reduce obesity in the city, while critics say another example of just too much government regulation from the Nanny mayor. And to sound off on today's decision, we're very pleased to be joined by Elliot Hoff, spokesman for New Yorkers for Beverage Choices. Elliot, thank you for a few minutes.
Thank you.
Obviously not the ruling you were hoping for. From your perspective, obviously the panel got the decision wrong. Why?
Well, it's not the ruling we were hoping for, but it was the ruling we expected. They got the ruling wrong for a few reasons. One, New Yorkers want to have a choice in what they eat and drink and how much they eat and drink. Number two, this arbitrary ban where you could purchase the drinks in certain establishments, but you can't purchase the drinks right next door in restaurants or groceries. You can get them. Restaurants, movie theaters, you can't get them. Will have no impact on the obesity in this city. And what they did is they spent a lot of time talking about the scary outcomes of obesity in New York. New Yorkers agree with that. We agree with that. The coalition agrees with that. This is a major problem, which means we need major solutions to this complex problem, and banning larger size sugared beverages in certain establishments is not one of them.
But the argument, Elliot, is while I agree that there's some nonsensical aspects to it in terms of an inconsistency where you can buy it, where you can't, I'll read the mayor's argument, which seems to make sense. Obesity, one of America's most deadly problems, and sugary beverages a leading cause of it. Reasonable portion sizes won't prevent anybody from buying or drinking as much soda as they want, but it'll help people keep from inadvertently taking in junk calories. If I want to buy 2 or 3 of these at the new size limits, I can. How are my rights being infringed? If somebody's trying to help me with some portion control, it's up to me, I guess, at the end if I want to keep having more. But why is it a bad thing if somebody's looking out for me that I'm not taking in junk calories?
Well, I think you answered your own question. You could buy 2 or 3, and the mayor keeps telling us to buy 2 or 3. In New York, we call that chutzpah. That's basically nerve. He shouldn't tell me that I should go into a pizzeria with my kids and have to buy each of them their own 12-ounce drink, when I'd rather control the amount of sugar they're having and buy a liter of lemonade for them to share. So the mayor shouldn't be telling us to buy 2 or 3. We should be making that choice on our own. There is a complete misunderstanding of how New Yorkers are using the larger drinks. Our understanding, and I visited hundreds of small establishments around the city, is that most people are sharing the larger size drinks rather than drinking them alone. And people get a lot of calories from sugar in this city in a lot of different ways. I could eat my way from Brooklyn to the Bronx to Manhattan, stop in Staten Island, get a pizza, and I don't want to forget Queens where I'm sitting now, and I could find a lot of high-calorie, high-sugar foods. It's not just drinks, and banning them in certain establishments will do nothing.
But the more basic argument, it sounds like, Elliot, is 2 wrongs make a right here. I'm not debating there's a lot of ways people can get obese, but if as off the top you agreed that this is a national health crisis we're having, why isn't this a decent inroad? It's not like they're preventing the product from coming to market. It's just the size, and if you're hell-bent on drinking more than 16 ounces at a time, go buy another one. If this helps even marginally the health of New Yorkers, again, I know why the soda industry doesn't like it, but why is it a bad thing for New Yorkers? We
don't believe this will have the intended outcome that the mayor wants. many people who buy the bigger beverages are not drinking more than 16 ounces at one time. They're sharing the beverages. They should not have to dip into their pocketbook to buy more than one or two. Those people who want more than 16 ounces, that's their choice. What the mayor's trying to do, what the Board of Health is trying to do, is demonize a completely legal beverage that's being sold in the city. And we don't believe they should be doing that. And our members don't believe they should be doing that. And we don't believe that this will have the positive health outcomes that the mayor wants. We believe that a comprehensive solution involving education, involving physical activity, involving teaching people about portion sizes to make their own decisions will have a much greater impact than a ban in certain establishments.
Elliot Hoff, thank you very much for a few minutes. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Dominic, prepare to get slapped around by the table here, because Dom and I are the only ones who think the mayor, it's an imperfect thing, I grant you, but I think he's doing it for the right reason. And what's the worst case? They make you, you're still thirsty, you buy another 16 ounces.
But why pick soda? Why pick soda? If you really, I'm against it, just, you know, but yeah.
Just three quick points. Quick. Before you guys
get to the third one, please.
Okay, 3 quick points. Number one, when I was growing up in the Bronx on Webster Avenue, as a poor youngster, when you don't have much money, we could go to the corner store for $0.25 and buy a bag of Wise potato chips and a soda for $0.25. I didn't realize how much sugar was in that soda.
When you're walking up pill to and from school.
Right. Now I wasn't.
Yeah, at 10 years old, you cared about the sugar in the soda.
But here's why. But here's why.
But you ate Twinkies and you ate all kinds.
But here's the second point. When I get off of this set, I'm going to inject myself 50 milligrams of insulin, which is no joke, because I'm a diabetic. 2 needles a day. 3, when Bloomberg started his calorie count against McDonald's, they sued him. Now McDonald's is going to include all the calories in every city.
By the way,
his heart is in the right place. He's trying to do the right
thing.
Then
why make a law that is inconsistent, that has so many carve-outs and exceptions?
You gotta start somewhere.
For the 7-Eleven. Wait, first of all, the carve-out for all the other bad food, okay? How about that? We just focus on soda. Second, how come 7-Eleven can still sell the big gulp to anyone they want, including you, the little kid? But that's not starting anywhere. This is just bad policy.
Have we seen any studies that obesity is largely contributed to soda drinking? I mean, you can, Brad's point,
I don't think there's a lot of scientific data about the empty calories.
Do you drink soda? Do you drink soda?
Occasionally.
Occasionally. You also go to the gym quite a bit, right?
Correct.
That's my point right there.
Okay, but that's my personal responsibility. And why are we mandating? Why does the mayor have to mandate it?
What's next? You're going to mandate people going to the gym?
Yeah.
Because that's healthy for everybody.
Look at syntax stuff, Andrew. Cigarettes, right?
But
they don't let you have 100 in a pack and stuff,
they're still legal. It's not like he said you can only buy cigarettes with 5 in a pack.
You can still buy a soda.
Also, these are the areas that the mayor can control the licensing of. That's why he's impacting these different areas. You walk through Central Park, you see these vendors there. They're not selling anything healthy. What about focusing on healthy products there instead of ice cream?
I just think the last point I'll say is, Dominic said it, you got to start somewhere. I know this thing's got more holes in it than Swiss cheese, but all right. Well, we're going to keep this conversation going online. Go to our Facebook page and Twitter to Sound Off. You see our question there. How do you guys feel? Be right back, and we'll get more of those comments later on. But when we come back, we're going to hit the campaign trail. America Votes next. Stay with us.